Hear ye, hear ye. It's what you've all been waiting for. The definitive, most first look-see ever Super Bowl preview of the Eagles and Chiefs, part 2. This episode is dropping harder than a Kincaid fourth down conversion. We're going live, baby. It's a Swolecast happening now.
Are you David Static from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand content.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
Welcome in. It's a Swolecast here. Again, we are. I mean, not many people are already looking forward to what's going to be happening in the Super Bowl, but we are. We're here to set the table, give you everything that you need, like we've done all season. Want to shout out Tuttle at first because it's the Jordan flu game for the guy. You might notice Tuttle does not have the backwards hat. He did not get the memo. But Tuttle, I just want to say thanks for being here today.
Yeah, no problem. Felt a little bad if I would have missed the third show in a row. So so toughed it out. My man, I don't even know who I don't know who started it all, but when you have a big family and somebody gets the flu, it's tough to isolate. My 10-year-old is the only one who has not gotten it yet, so we'll see. Apparently he has an amazing immune system, so we'll see if he gets bit by it or not.
I'll just say on behalf of all of us, Tuttle, you don't have to talk as much as you normally do.
Yeah.
Perfect. Works for me.
Also want to set the table even more by saying shout out to our sponsors, IKB, I Know Ball, IKB.GG. We appreciate you. They got stuff already, right, Peter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Peter is going to be firing hard in those streets, I heard.
yeah,
He's got 88 cents. He's got 88 cents to let loose on the show today.
Which is really, it's crazy to think what I could have done with that balance if it was just me, running it up, and if I wasn't dragged down by your shitty picks every week.
Yeah.
Hey, my gold star lock hit in the first half last week, so I will take no criticisms here.
It was the Mahomes show. Shout out Davis. But then we also said under on the AJ Brown stuff.
I would never take an AJ Brown under. Literally never once in my life. No. Play the tape back.
Leave it to us. He's just like a fucking powder keg waiting to explode. Dowd gave. We're like, yeah, let's take the under this week.
Take the under.
Yeah. So, Davis, we'll start with you.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling? As like the villain supporter. Against the world.
It's just so funny. I subscribe to the Matthew Berry Fantasy Life newsletter, so I get Pete in my inbox 5 times a week, and every email is just, the Chiefs fucking stink, dude. No one likes to watch the Chiefs. And I'm just like, what? When did this happen? What? It's like,
we've already talked about this, Davis. It's not that I hate a dynasty. They're a Boring team. They are boring to watch.
They were not boring against the Bills. 99th percentile EPA per play pass success.
Their second leading wide receiver was Juju Smith-Schuster. They are a boring team, Davis.
Let me tell you, this is the casual fan take, 100%. My kid, I know we hate the Chiefs. They're boring. I don't want them to win again. 100%. That's the casual fan take.
Well, I don't know, Tuttle, because my daughters love Kelsey and Swift. Now they like Mahomes. But we were cheering hard for the Eagles, and we will be cheering hard for the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Like the Eagles are not a boring team. Like the Eagles are this.
Barkley ripped off a 60-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game, and Kareem Hunt is getting 3.2 yards per carry up and down the field. It's not even close.
That carry was so cool, man.
Oh, on the first play, it was so nice. After 18 plays from Washington, just settling for a field goal, and then I was like, well, you kind of missed the boat. All right,
I don't think the Chads, Brads, and Dads are rooting for the Chiefs.
No,
I think the Chads, Brads, and Dads are saying, dude, we're boycotting the Super Bowl. Goodell's gonna be so worried about the ratings.
I think that we looked at. I think it was Ryan Clark after the game was like, if you're tired of these are not the villains. If you're tired of watching them win, that's the wrong angle to have. You should be happy that you get to live in this era where they're dominating at such a high level. And it's just
someday I'll be telling my grandchildren about getting to live in this era of the Kansas City fucking Chiefs. Be in a fucking rocking chair telling them about it.
Okay.
I mean, they are the best team of our lifetimes.
When Dalton Kincaid dropped that pass, though, what was your first thought going through your head?
Everyone thought the same thing.
Everyone thought the same thing. There was one person everyone thought of.
Everyone thought, what is Chess Liam going to say?
Yes.
I really thought it was shaping up for him to get the last laugh. I thought the Kincaid big game was coming over Davis and the Chiefs, and he was just going to be all over Twitter about it.
Love to see old Mahomes wriggle his way out of this jam.
That was incredible.
What can you do, man? What can you do?
Ethan
Sherwood Strauss wrote a great piece yesterday about why he hates the Chiefs and how he hates the Chiefs. And really what it boils down to, they just don't make mistakes. To the point when they do make a minor mistake, it's stunning. Like when Mahomes took the sack on 3rd and 8 to take them out of field goal range, I was like, is that the worst play of his career in the postseason? Is that literally the worst decision he's ever made, trying to extend that play versus Milano instead of throwing the ball away? And I don't know, it's pretty close. It's pretty close to the worst play he's made.
You never see Mahomes, diving for a first down and the ball coming out like it did Josh Allen, where you're like, oh, cool Superman play, and you didn't even hold on to the ball. He doesn't do that shit.
All right, let's not talk about Josh Allen though and that missed first down call. It's too soon. Let's go ahead and do what really the show is known for and what we do best. That is let Pete cook.
Silva's overview
On today's Overzets overview.
Got that dog in a fight. Got that dog in a fight. Overzets overview. Come
on. The Super Bowl is set after the Fighting Davis Maddox dethroned the Fighting Liam and Leonis on Sunday. I'm not drafting any teams right now, but little piece of advice. I would sell the news and buy the dip on Dalton Kincaid if I were in those drafts. I heard you did that, Davis, in your first draft.
I literally drafted Dalton Kincaid about 97 minutes before he dropped that pass.
Can Chris stop doing this? This is the guy that got first place in the Hail Mary for $8,000 when I got second place for $0. And he just keeps sending memberships to remind me on every goddamn show that I was 1 point away from $8,000.
Chris is like the anti-Chiefs. He wins, but he also gives back, and everyone loves to see him win. Thank you, Chris.
Those are guilted memberships. I know everyone's happy for Davis, but don't forget his other favorite team just rushed to hire Brian Schottenheimer, so it's not all peaches.
People are saying there's never been a bigger dichotomy between two NFL franchises.
Davis wasting all of his run good in life on one of his favorite teams being a dynasty and not on a single fantasy contest that involves monetary gain. You got to redo that deal with the devil, Davis. The stock market took a dive yesterday because the Chinese found a way to develop artificial intelligence at a fraction of the cost. It just goes to show that the only safe place to store your money these days is in the big board, the little board, the bigger board, the biggest board, in the war room.
Don't forget the war room.
The Chinese can't touch your shares of Omarion Hampton. You got locked up for 11 months.
Okay. Eagles self-excluded. When are they doing the littlest board? When does the littlest board come out for Eagles?
Just a point of correction. He didn't fully self-exclude. It was only for contests over $5. He still is in the little board streets. I saw that post. Lots of powerful people are playing hardball these days. Trump is bullying foreign countries with tariffs. while Davis Maddock forced Americans to choose between listening to Tom Brady during the NFC Championship game or him discussing Cam Scatterbo's ADP. That's a real Sophie's choice.
My highest viewed video of January.
Davis does have a history of going live to draft best ball teams during big national events, but apparently got impatient waiting for another assassination attempt. So I guess the NFC Championship game is as good a time as any.
Not a very.
Davis is already regretting. Davis is already regretting saying he'd stream all 150 of his big board drafts. He asked me and Neil Orfield yesterday on X if he was allowed to pre-record some of the drafts because he was traveling this weekend. The committee, of course, said absolutely not. So instead of going to a Second City show with his wife on Saturday, Davis will be streaming a big board draft from a Chicago Motel 6.
No, is this true? Davis.
I'm not gonna stream. I made another video this morning about something else to put out this weekend.
If we can get a few more super chats today, maybe he can upgrade to a Holiday Inn, guys. So Chris, let's keep those going. Kitchen posted a photo of some new slippers he got the other day.
Oh my God.
What are those? He's clearly getting too comfortable in his new work environment. JJ told me he changed his avatar in their Slack to a photo of Pete Hegseth and text that says, "We all deserve forgiveness."
No.
Kitchen, because I know you're such a fan of what Trump's doing and the team he's assembled, I thought we could play a little game to wrap up the overview and to test your knowledge of Trump's cabinet. Are you up for this?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay. So this game is called Trump Cabinet Nominee or Rookie Tight End in the Big Board Player Pool.
Okay.
All right, Davis, no helping. I know you know these guys. Kitchen, first one, Sean Duffy.
That's
tight end or Trump cabinet nominee.
Cabinet nominee.
You got that one right. That's Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy. All right, next one, Harold Fannin.
Tight end. Come on, bro.
Okay, yeah. I did include the junior. I thought that might tip it. Gunnar Helm.
Tight end.
These are too
Howard,
easy.
Just relax. Howard Lutnick.
It sounds like a cabinet member.
You're right. Commerce Secretary. Lee Zeldin.
Just because I know how you are, I'm going to guess tight end.
No, that's the future EPA administrator.
I thought you were going, just.
No, trust me. There's some good RNG in these. Mason Taylor.
Tight end. Is he the LSU guy?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Jamison Greer.
Sounds like a tight end, but this is where you're trying to get me, so I'm going to say cabinet member.
God, you're on to me. You're right. U.S. Trade Representative. He's white. Mark Redmond.
Did you say he's white?
Yeah, I thought that Jameson might throw you off, and he doesn't.
No, that's what I thought you were trying to trick.
Wait, we need there is a Greer who's a tight end for the Gophers.
Is there really? Oh man, we could have gotten
I swear
the
his name. Yeah, you might have. Pete might have cheated.
All right,
here.
Just a couple more, Kitchen. Mark Redmond.
It's got to be cabinet member.
No, Louisville tight end, even in your neck of the woods.
This is one of your all-time great bets.
Brian Nesbitt.
Oh, he's a tight end.
It's Bryson.
Yeah.
It's
all right. Two more. Dr. Oz.
I'm gonna say cabinet member.
All right, that's correct. Yeah, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, and then the last one, Linda McMahon. Yes. Did you have a guess, kid?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess cabinet member.
Yeah, Education Secretary. Back to you, Dave.
Oh, thank you, Pete. For those that missed it on the members only show, also, Davis had some issues with AI. And we discovered
you
did get me pretty good.
It was the ID 10T error.
Someone tagged me on that, and I did go and watch that. That was Kitchen. That was a nice setup.
You did zap me.
Yeah.
Real quick, just so because I said Jamison Greer was a Minnesota Gophers tight end, and I want to
clear the
clear the air. Jamison Gears, Geers. So
yeah. The
on
Jamison did almost get you though, for sure. And I knew that's what Pete was trying to do. Too easy. So I got like 95% of those, right?
Yeah, you did pretty good. I was hoping I could get you on a couple more. But the problem is there were all these fucking like SEC tight ends all in your neck of the woods. I'm like, he's going to know too many of these.
Yeah, the Taylor also.
You got to go big. You got to go Big Ten. Big Ten tight end. I mean, those guys are future accountants anyway. So
I pulled up the big board ADP. I had to filter by tight end and then free agents. There's some crazy ones in the pool there, though.
All right, so
N'Keal Harry now tagged as a tight end, free agent tight end, by the way, if you want to know.
Sure? Like, is that for sure?
I'm dead serious because I tried to find names for this and filtered by free agent and tight end, and N'Keal Harry popped up.
Unreal. So as far as like what's happening in the best ball streets right now, Davis?
There are 5 huge best ball contests
right like
in the lobby.
Can you just, because for those that might not be just always in the streets, there's like a $3 million contest, right? Like before the rookies even come out,
there is a 50 max $5 draft in the lobby. Like you want to draft teams right now,
and are these filling up like ASAP? Like
I've already done 2 this morning.
7.7% little board, 4.6% big board. 250K to first. I think last year was 200K to first big board. This year's 250.
People
make it bigger.
Dude, hashtag make it bigger. DFS Edge weekly contest. Miz will shout you out.
What an era. What an era of DFS that the DFS Edge was.
All right. Speaking of DFS, we got to get into the upcoming game. Not this weekend, but the weekend after.
Do
this. We do. We just have to.
I don't know if we have to.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to.
Really, we do, because the thumbnail is like big, like Eagles Chiefs. And we already said like the definitive first look show.
Dude, it's going to ruin our click-through rate.
Right. People are going to be like, the actual information starts at about 20 minutes after.
Okay, Peter, is this annoying to you, or do you know a way to solve this? I can only check my click-through rate for videos. They don't have click-through rate for live streams. Why is that? Or is there a way to access it that I don't know?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Okay. All right, good.
Not only does Pete
thank you.
not know, he does not care. You could just tell by that response.
Well, he definitely cares.
The reason too, it's fun. I mean, like YouTube doesn't care about live streams the second they're over. Like they just don't. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're not serving up those kind of analytics for it.
That's interesting. Right. That's interesting information.
We do need to just briefly discuss this game. You've got Saquon as the highest priced guy.
I need an IQ picture meme tweet from Davis on the Saquon stances here.
Left and right, 100% Saquon. Middle guy, dude, think of all the leverage you could get. Kenneth Gainwell's out with a concussion, man. You could play Will Shipley. He's gonna absorb all the backup touches. AJ Brown is a grown ass man. Mid curve guy is all in on being underweight. Saquon
on the fade, yeah,
and in the flex. The Chiefs' run defense is awesome. They've only allowed 13.3 PPR points per game for running backs who are above 205 pounds. It's his birthday, dude. It's his birthday the day of the Super Bowl.
So how much, if Saquon gets X fantasy points, he's optimal?
Optimal flex, optimal captain.
Flex, just in winning lineups. He has 17. To get what? 17, you think?
The Chiefs don't score any fantasy points. The Eagles don't really score any fantasy points. Neither team really turns the ball over. So the defenses, neither of the quarterbacks take sacks.
Yeah.
Mahomes doesn't take sacks. Hurts will take some sacks if he gets frazzled, but it's probably unlikely to get frazzled in this game. So the defenses are not great. Kickers are probably really good, but I mean, you guys already know the winning team here is the team that gets that, whichever guy in 150 goes overweight, the right chief shitter. Juju, Noah Gray, P. Ryan, Justin Watson, and whichever one of those guys hits. Hopkins, I think you could probably say Hopkins is a chief shitter at this point.
Tuttle.
I had a Hopkins anytime, and he just missed Hopkins on that out route in the end zone.
No, he didn't. We just established Mahomes doesn't make mistakes, buddy. I think
he
Hopkins
does, but even when they do, they can get past him. Is what Davis was saying.
That just reminds me. Did you guys see Ryan Fitzpatrick quote tweeting and going back and forth with Ben Solak and his analysis?
That was good about the
one. What happened?
So Ben Solak was talking about, I think he was criticizing Josh Allen for not picking up the blitz correctly.
He put up the dots.
It was a really nerd take that's would have to have superhuman powers to make the pass to Shakir.
Oh yeah.
And then the best part was and then Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf
was unhinged.
Ryan Leaf said someone should go to Ben Solak's house and beat him up for posting football takes on the internet.
That's Trump's America.
I thought Leaf was doing better. I thought he was doing.
I thought Leaf was doing better too. And then all the replies were him being like, "And I'll fucking fight you too." So I think maybe Ryan Leaf is going through something right now.
Tuttle, what's your snap take on this line here? Barkley scrimmage yards 130.5. What's the sharp side of that one? Because we know what the squares are.
No. I saw a lot of people making this mistake last week too. Barkley can absolutely giga kill you in fantasy and not hit these hires.
I don't think so. Not with the tush push, man.
He did it last week. He had 37 points and went under his scrimmage yard numbers.
What was his rushing yardage prop?
130.
And what did he finish last week?
I think he closed at 126, but yeah, it opened at that.
The issue is he does need yards for fantasy, 100%. And if you see something dropping out, it is the touchdown, right? The touchdown variance is the likeliest thing to drop out.
Well, this is actually, wow, I didn't think we were actually going to get into football discussion here. This is maybe a first this year. The Chiefs are clearly doing something on the tush push that teams are not ready for. I don't know enough about football to know what it is, but they got no push. The Bills, every time they got it, they got no push.
It was different though.
The Bills version of the tush push is idiotic. The running Josh Allen goes one step left over to the side. So stupid.
Yeah,
agreed. They had that.
It's still remarkable to see how bad some teams are at it.
They also attempted it from the 3-yard line. It's guys, you got to be 1 yard out for that to work.
Guys, it turns out that actually, I can't even believe this has somehow become a hot take. Turns out that Jalen Hurts is actually quite good at the quarterback position and a very unique skill set.
I don't know if you saw, but they took the shackles off of him. They took the straitjacket off of him on Sunday and let him cook
every Tom, Dick, and Harry could not wait to say against the Rams. They were like, "Oh my God, he's the worst. This is the worst quarterback. He's being carried by his team." I hate these people, man. Jalen Hurts he's just won forever. He won in high school. He won in college. He wins here. He's so good. I think people are so stupid.
All right, well let's get everyone's picks on the record. I mean, you think that Kansas City wins by more than 1.5, Davis?
No.
You don't?
If I will not take the Eagles because I don't want to root against my own bags, but if I were wagering objectively, I would take the Eagles money line.
Okay. Eagles money line for Davis on the record.
I will be betting with my own money, Chiefs money line. I'm going to Illinois this weekend and I will have the Chiefs.
Too late, Davis. You've already said, as an objective person, this is the first time we've ever had you make this disclaimer. So we need to use it that you're taking Eagles money line.
I think the Eagles are the better team.
why don't you just do the emotional hedge if you think that's the better side?
I was about to say, wouldn't winning just be as good?
No.
It seems like you're trying to punish yourself, because if the Eagles do win, you just lost money and your team just lost. It's like the double.
I want to have David. It's probably been a while since you've had anyone say this to you, but you remember in DFS clean sweats? Just want clean sweats. That's what I want. I don't want to be rooting for the Eagles to win for any reason.
I'm just saying, you could be Dead Money Davis Part 2 if the Eagles do win. So that being said, Pete, who do you have?
I'm just going to keep martingaling against the Chiefs until it doesn't work. I'm on the Eagles with Davis, the sharp side.
The sharp side.
Money line or plus 1.5?
Yeah, give me the plus 1.5.
Okay.
You know,
Leave yourself some outs there.
Yeah.
Tuttle?
I got no real take. I'll take the Chiefs because that's what I see. Just to be the protagonist against my kid who is going to be cheering for the Eagles, I'm going with the Chiefs.
The Levitan bit when he was like, everyone complaining about like the refs.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered just betting on the Chiefs? Like, I mean, honestly,
no,
it
dude.
would feel good.
If John Smith numbers egg emoji bet on the Eagles, FanDuel would know. And they'd put the call in, or bet on the Chiefs. They put the call in and say, "Finally, the Eagles get to win."
Okay.
You don't think about those.
You don't know
layers,
when they're going to
Dave.
put the. Yeah, you don't know when they're going to.
Yeah, it's
good point.
you can't bet on a rigged game
Script
unless
writer.
you get the script before.
Yeah.
Dude, Counselor's been having some incredible podcasts about everything being rigged. He first did like a short podcast. Like a 15-minute where he talked about how it was rigged, and then he brought in like an expert, and they went for an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh my god,
how the NFL is rigged for the Chiefs. I got to get him and Levitan together for a podcast. That'd be great.
Get him on Lulz.
Get him on Joe Rogan.
Lulz would be amazing. All right, the next one, the game total is at 49. You think it's over? You think it's a higher scoring game or low scoring game, Davis?
It's just hard for me to see either team winning and under, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like both teams' paths are actually just like efficiently scoring and not turning the ball over. So I would lean. Oh, there's just two really good offenses, so I'd probably slightly lean over. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I lean over. I mean, one other small thing. People, Cardi told me this game's in a dome. These teams have been playing outside. In the cold here these past few games. I like getting inside there. Little dome.
So you think this total is probably like 10 points low then if it's in a dome.
Points too low, yeah.
Turn that alt on. Oh, do you think it's over as well?
I do see it playing out. I could see the extremes of this, which makes it interesting. I would side the over, but I also wouldn't be surprised from like a 13-7 type of boring as hell game.
I thought you were going to say, like, I think to answer Davis's question, the way that it plays out being an under is if one team gets just kind of blown out. Like, if you have multiple turnovers,
that's not going to happen.
Or like multiple fourth down, Sirianni goes for it like 3 times and doesn't get it, like just stuff like that. I could see the under hitting, but sounds like we're all on the over. So, going to change this to the Sharps.
What is your pick, Kitchen? Did you give yours?
Yeah, I'm going to root for the over.
No,
so take the over.
No, on the side.
Well.
Now's when you're going to be diplomatic.
Yeah, I'm going to go over with all my bros. It's
come
Swolecast.
on, with the panel all gave their picks. Why are you weaseling out of this?
Who wants your Chiefs or Eagles?
You know what? All right, fine. You want the answer?
Clearly.
Philly minus 9.5 and take the under. And we're just going to go blowout city.
I
like this. I like it, David.
Good.
Way aggressive with it.
Yeah.
I tried that with the Commanders. I did like the all minus 8.5. Didn't work.
Did you see like my most favorite person to see tilt is like the how the pros do it. Did you see last night? He had Iowa State, who was number 3, playing at Arizona, but he had did an alternate of plus 9.5, and Arizona hits a 3/4 court shot to send it to OT, and they win by 11 in overtime. And he was just
That's a pretty good beat. That's a real good beat.
All right. Eagles alt spread. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing on the show. All right, let's talk about some of these receiving numbers. Let's go with, because Davis, have you looked at the props yet?
Here, let's
No, this will be.
I want to ask you.
I was going to say.
This
is a good game. This is a good game.
So, what do you think Xavier Worthy's receiving total is?
54.5.
Pull up the answer here. If you share the screen, 52.5.
52.5. All right,
you got it.
All right, now take it off, and I'll you can ask the quiz, and then I'll get the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this production.
Yeah. Let's go with how many receptions for Dallas Goedert?
Receptions. They kept using him on that GT counter. He had rush attempts. I'll go 4.5 for Dallas.
It is 4.5.
Pull it up. Ding, 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 ding. 4.5. Yeah, he looked pretty good, man. The Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert going back and forth. 16 targets for Zach Ertz last week.
All right, and then we'll go. How many receptions for Juju Smith-Schuster?
Ooh, is it half or 1.5? 1.5. 1.5. 18.5 yards.
You're on the over.
You're
on the over then for receiving yards.
They don't know he's explosive Juju.
All right. In last one, Jahan Dotson, what's the yards for him?
Half a yard. Or like 3.5 or something. Yeah.
I'm trying to find. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you get the half like 5.
And on DK, it's 2.5, so you could just middle that and
the 1 yard screen to Jahan
the
Dotson.
1 or 2 yard.
Dude, I got my OddsJam subscription. I'm all in arbitrage trading Jahan Dotson.
David, you should do what that guy does, where you just fire up a 2-hour stream arbing bets.
The stochastic guy. All I do is go to the ARB screen and I just $3 edges. That would be great content. Oh my god, guys! I can't believe we got this far into the stream and I didn't show this. One of my guys.
Wow.
At fitness__threads on Instagram made Davis Maddox fantasy football hats and a hoodie.
It's got an underdog patch on it too.
Wow.
The underdog patch on it. Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out. I got a new Dad Gang hat. Shout out to Dad Gang, not a sponsor.
Why are we shouting out non-sponsors, dude? No,
we're just talking about new hats that we got. Tuttle, did you get any new hats? Tuttle, are you a hat guy?
I can be every once in a while.
Tuttle not in the backwards hat gang.
If I get too fuzzy up top and I don't feel like cutting it yet, then I'll throw a hat on. But if I'm pretty clean, then I won't do the hat. I'll do winter hats though.
All right. How many yards, Davis, for AJ Brown?
Oh, so it was really low last week.
What was it last week? Was it like
61.5 last week?
Let's go 65.5. That's probably low. That's probably low. Yeah,
69. Nice.
This game would have been so much more fun to do like 5 years ago.
When football was
because
still
now
fun.
It's like everything's so.
Davis would have been thrown. Davis is way too sharp now.
Yeah, it's like that highlight video that randomly came on from the Swolecast highlights 8 years ago, and Davis is just like throwing out percentages for touchdowns and floors.
Johnny Manziel's floor.
26-point floor, famously. I think that was when that guy
rushing probably be about 90 yards this game.
Okay, Davis, people have been saying that we should just go ahead and jam in Patrick Mahomes' rushing attempts in this game as well. Do you agree?
It's not as strong as it was the last two, and they moved it. I believe it is 5.5 now on
6.5 on an IKB.
Yeah, 6.5 is not 4.5 in the last two games was like literally bet your mortgage. Like take out a levered loan against your Bitcoin to go higher. I don't think it's that strong now.
Okay.
I would probably do longest rush. Feels better than 6.5 is a lot, dude.
Longest rush is 12.5 for Mahomes.
And even that is it's I mean, this is classic. Like the edge exists for a little bit, but if you don't press it when it's there, then the places
13.5 on some places. I think you take it under there because Eagles linebackers are just flying to the ball. You got to give it up for Oren Burks. Oren Burks is just come in and is like next man up. And these linebackers are just flying everywhere. There's no way they're going to let Mahomes run on them the way that the Bills did.
I don't think that's really how it works. I think Mahomes just does it when the situation calls for it.
Oh, is that what he does, Davis? They don't draw up any design runs for him?
If you're using a spy against Mahomes, you're going to get fucking decimated. It's like the dumbest thing that you could do.
Okay. All I'm saying is those 4th and 1 rollouts not going to be happening against this Philly defense. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you don't understand what's like the reason why that works.
Yeah.
Is
tell me, Davis. Tell me.
Well, there's two reasons. The first is you have the extra linebackers up in the middle, and then you have to respect the play action. That play always works. Have you ever seen the 4th and 1 naked bootleg not work?
Jalen Hurts.
I honestly can't think of a time.
Jalen Hurts this year, 7.2 designed rush attempts per game. Patrick Mahomes, 1.6.
I saw a great stat. I want to say this was Next Gen Stats. This might have been Adam Tyker who tweeted it. That was only Mahomes' 4th called run, like with no RPO, no pitch, nothing, since he injured his knee against the Broncos. They've all been on 4th down, and they've all been in either the Super Bowl or the AFC Conference Championship.
It is still kind of like an RPO, though, because they're rolling out the running back in case that's why it's so hard to stop. And if you go
how about the two plays that win them the game, Pacheco and Pirine? The RPO read flat with Pacheco and then the Pirine crosser. I mean, that is incredible.
Is there anything more preordained than Samaje Pirine, like getting like a game-winning first down? It's just like so he's gonna have a big game in the Super Bowl. Like it's just it's so written.
All right, you have to choose a wide receiver from the Chiefs. Who is it?
Give me the bullet.
Give me. How about the guy who had 100 yards in the championship game? That guy seems pretty good. Anyone know his name? Well, who's that guy?
Taylor Swift's.
Was it
shorter friend? I don't know.
Xavier Worthy? Is that his name?
What?
He's gonna add Keon Coleman instead.
Here's the better question: do we see any random KC or Philly wide receiver pop up? Is like a schematic.
Bet your life, Aeneas Smith gets a rush in this game, and
bet your life.
I would
rather not on that.
And I think Hardman is going to be activated. I think Hardman is going to be on the 48 this week. Just a gut feeling.
I'm looking at
like D-Hop and Juju's flip at all. Do we see Justin Watson randomly get more?
Done, dude.
Hopkins is toast. I think he might catch a touchdown, but I think it's Marquise Brown.
David goes, I think he's done, but he might catch a touchdown.
No, he's going to be a red zone threat, Davis, but he's not going to be a guy who like catches an 80-yard touchdown pass.
Marquise Brown doesn't qualify as a rando wide. We're talking Justin Watson, Mecole Hardman territory.
Marquise Brown's definitely going to be like the steam guy, right?
I would say he'll be the most owned mid-tier.
Would you
guy.
rather have
he was last
Goddard
week.
or Brown?
Goddard,
yeah.
So Brown, Goddard's $400 more than
White
than
people
Brown.
love Kendrick Lamar. Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship are coming out at halftime to watch Kendrick Lamar for sure.
You got Hopkins
who's the
at
longest
4,400.
shot anytime touchdown bet? That's not
Calc.
You think Calc? Well,
Yo,
I don't have the odds up. You got one, Pete?
Juju.
Juju's
Juju's only
He's
two.
not like-
Yeah, he
He's
won't
only
even be
2K in Showdown.
He's gonna be.
That's
very
gonna be
cheapy.
this. That's gonna.
You
be
know
the
what it
same.
is? It's Nico Remigio housing a kick return.
Kick return.
No, that guy can't stay healthy.
Everyone was
Johnny
making
Wilson,
fun of me.
Johnny Wilson, anybody?
No, Calc.
No, he's not even in.
Johnny Will he's a big body boy that they throw down there in the red zone.
Hardman
Has he-
is eligible to play. He is.
The answer
No.
is Will Shipley.
No, the answer is Calcaterra because they're finally going to do it. They haven't done it at all. They're going to do a fake tush push. They're going to fake the tush push.
Flip it
Hurts
out.
is going to step back and throw the pop pass.
Yeah, so to Tuttle's point, in the underdog lobby, the highest odds one I can find is Johnny Wilson at 18.44x. Calcaterra's 10.3x. Juju's only 3.93. Noah Gray's 3.69. Dotson's 5.28.
People are saying
Not gonna lie.
Hopkins and Hollywood are this year's twin route Sky and Tony touchdowns. That was actually Dylan. That was 2 Super Bowls ago. Actually, I know it's hard to remember which Super Bowl it was, but
My favorite one, just scanning these, I guess it'd be either
Carson
Goddard or Devontae Smith at 1.65 or 1.6. Those
Goddard.
guys.
That's a good price. Watson is like Hollywood took all his routes. Watson is not playing anymore. Noah Gray very quiet last week. No receptions, but blocked his ass off. He was the lead blocker on the Mahomes pistol touchdown.
What are you guys going to do for the Super Bowl? You guys having parties? You watching solo?
Underdog's
doing?
throwing a party. Here, you might go.
Really?
Did I hear you say you already went to a underdog party recently?
Yeah, they did one for the divisional round.
Wow.
Some of the guys from corporate are out here doing something or other.
Nice.
I don't know yet. I don't know. Haven't made plans. The thing is, like, if you host, you have to. It's just like so much work.
Mm-hmm. I hear
Is
that.
it?
Yeah,
David, you would experience this a little bit. I don't know if this is just us, but I was thinking about. So my kids are like, they do individual screens when we do screen time now, and I think that's taken away from like what the hype used to be of athletic events and big athletic events. So I feel like I have to have a Super Bowl party and just force them to watch the Super Bowl.
We were doing like on both the divisional games we were doing belly bumps. And whenever we'd score, the girls would go, "Come here, big guy," and we do belly bump. And like we just celebrate. That's how we keep up with just the scores. Is they want to celebrate or not.
Cute.
So yeah, the thing is, if you host and you have kids, you got to have one room that is like the serious room where you can actually like hear the TV and like keep up with the games, because it can get loud. It can get really loud. That would be my only thing. Are you doing anything, Peter?
I have to figure it out because normally I'm with Underdog the past 3 years, and this year not doing anything with them. So I gotta find a new tradition, I guess.
You're not invited to the big house in New Orleans?
They're not doing a house. They're doing a much smaller thing, not a content thing this year. Or maybe they are.
Yo,
Maybe they
it's
invited
gonna be
Davis and I
It's
didn't
gonna
get
be
the
awkward. Davis there.
They only wanted people who were willing to stream big board drafts head to head with the NFC Championship game.
Look, someone has to be keeping Underdog forefront at all times. If you want to come hang out in Kansas City, I have a guest room. Lauren and April are welcome.
We could recreate the iconic photo of you with Dave's kid on the couch with April.
No, I'm an uncle now. I'm good. I'm good with kids now.
All right.
Think about it.
Yeah. You just hop on a flight.
Think of the 1,400 view YouTube video we could do. Just crush.
Well, I think I'll extend the invite right back to you. Not for the Super Bowl. Davis, think about the content. You come out to my house. We do record in the sauna, get the home gym going. Davis, there you go. People would eat that up.
Hey, do you have a full rack or a half rack, Pete?
Sounds like a personal question.
What's that even mean?
Are we talking ribs? We talking? What are we talking about? Kitchen?
Like no, like the workout cages.
Yeah, I have a full rack.
You have a full rack? Nice.
It's one of those that fold into the wall, so you can still, like, if I want to use my garage to pull in, or
yeah, it's probably a half rack then. I've been looking. That's the only reason why I'm asking. It's okay.
Let me tell you, Dave,
there
would be nothing more disastrous for a man of your proclivities than a home gym.
Why is that?
You would never use that shit, man.
No,
you do the
most jacked I ever got.
Be done.
The most jacked I ever got was living in a place in college. Was living in a pool house, and
yeah, Dave. Guess what? Your body and your metabolism were at like peak efficiency then.
But still, there was just a bench press in the other room, and so I would go in and I would just like throw up. Just trust me, I would just throw up like 135 like 10 times. I would put a couple plates on there, and I got to the point where I could do 225 10 times. Do you know how hard that is?
I do.
That's my goal for this upcoming year, and I feel like I need Planet Fitness. You can't do it. There is no like bench press.
You could just go to a real.
You gotta
gym.
have a Smith's machine.
Machine for someone who's not very trained. Smith machine bench is quite good because it keeps you on the path.
Yeah, maybe for you, not for an experienced
I don't use
bodybuilder
a
like
machine,
me.
but I train.
How many times have you been to the Planet Fitness in 2025, Dave?
I go probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay, that's legit.
So, ask me if I've had anything to eat today.
Kitchen, have you had anything to eat today?
No, I haven't. I have not. That's why my mental clarity, it's just like I'm just zoned in. So let's.
I've noticed your hosting skills, man. You're firing on all cylinders.
Good alpha from Chris. Madison, Tennessee, the PFF. The PF
I was just in Madison.
Benches.
I was just in Madison last night.
I would like that would be, how fucking Barstool guy has his reviews his pizza chains. What if Dave reviewed all the Planet Fitness in America?
That would be pretty good. That would be
One
good.
squat rack, everybody knows the rules.
I already thought about doing like a video with like a Titans player where I do one of their off-season like workouts and just see like how much I throw up. Basically, like it'd be
a better idea. At the church with the Titans player at the pew praying for a quarterback.
I think the Titans are going to get. I think they're going to get like Carr. I think Carr or Cousins.
I don't think so, brother.
You think they're going to get like a? You think they're going to draft a quarterback?
I think you're getting Sam Darnold, and you're going to like it.
Take Sam. Take Sammy.
All right. GG.
I mean, once you've emerged from the Will Levis era, I mean, everything starts
you
to
take
look pretty
whatever.
good.
As long as it's an established quarterback, we get Carter at that first pick or trade down. I'm fine with that. So that's if you're not first, you're last. We can prepare. It's just like this is like the worst year. It's just so Titans to get the number 1 pick this year when there isn't a clear cut number 1.
Do you want Travis Hunter?
All right. Do we want to build like just a can we build a pick 'em for this? Okay.
I think like I said, my account balance has been drained with our bad picks. So here's a new thing.
Okay.
The 88 cent to 8K challenge on the Swolecast commences now.
Dude, Blez bets.
Road to 10K.
Please play responsibly. Do not put more than 88 cents on this. All right, so let's tell a story with this lineup.
Let's tell a story.
Saquon scrimmage unders then.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not giving that out as an official play, but I'm definitely not taking the overs.
Do we want to do Philly blowout
No.
as the story that we're telling?
How is that? How does that happen? What in your mind? How does Kansas City
Well,
get
in
blown
Kitchen's
out?
mind, he already took Philly minus 8.5. So the story has already been written.
How does Kansas City lose this game?
Kansas City
Yeah.
can easily lose. They're not going to get blown out.
See, Davis
it.
is doing his
Clip
classic thing where he's going to have it both ways. He's going to say Eagles are the better team, and so if he wins, he can say that. And then,
Well, the
if
Eagles are the
Chiefs win,
better
he'd be like,
team.
this is what always happens, and you idiots try to fade it.
The Eagles are the better team, but they don't have the best coach and the best quarterback ever. So those are pretty big advantages.
Okay. I mean, stuff happens though during a game. You got
Yeah, Josh Allen's 7-6 in the postseason, so stuff does happen during a game. I'm working on some material for my show with Liam tomorrow.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
my
That's so odd.
gosh. Please.
He is not
need to keep-
confirmed, but
we
I
need to
assume
keep
we're still
Liam
doing
in
it.
the tree, so don't like push the envelope too hard. Like
I heard Liam just has a little tickle in his throat. He's feeling just a little sore today. He'll touch base tomorrow, see how he's feeling.
get a case of the black lung.
Oh
Okay.
man.
All right. Well, Davis, what do you want to do then? If you think it's not even possible that the Eagles blow out the Chiefs, what do you want to do? You want to do
Pirine receiving yards higher, not
Yeah,
receptions, receiving yards.
it's a good one.
okay?
I believe it's only going to let us do one pick with the non-SGP stuff. So we all have to collectively come together on what pick we can double our roll on. We might have to do Samaje Perine 2 receptions, Davis, just to get a little juice, really expedite this road to 8K.
And that would also feed into the Philly blowout special.
Absolutely, Dave.
Absolutely. We have now
Absolutely.
told a cohesive narrative.
Do we
What are
wanna
the
use-
odds for Jalen Hurts catching a touchdown pass?
Leave it to
Dave
David.
really is he's the most normie guy I know. He
I
really
just
like
want-
when he thinks
I
Philly,
just would love to see the Philly special part 2 with Jalen Hurts catching a touchdown
well,
pass.
let's toss in an NBA pick for tonight.
Okay. I'm going to need to talk to Andy because it's not letting me make a bet for 88 cents. The road to 8K hits its first roadblock.
I think we do Dallas Goedert yards higher as the Philadelphia leg.
Everyone's been saying that. Everyone, like, since yesterday. So how high does it go, basically? How high does Dallas Goedert's...
you think that number's going to keep going up?
Yeah.
That's
think
actually
that's-
a good thing. What are the things, the lines you need to bet now that are going to move against you by next Sunday?
Hunt will get higher and Pacheco will get lower, I think. AJ Brown will get higher, I bet.
Yeah. Do you think the Kelsey stuff just coming off the dud will stay in check?
Dude, like, you know that all the retail, like the what's
The
the
belly
word?
bumpers?
No, I'm trying to think of like what they call like FanDuel. They call it retail. What are they? I don't know. Like
retail.
yeah. Like, you know, they're going to be posting like Taylor Swift specials that have like his face. Like these are going up. These numbers are going up.
That Travis Kelsey is simply a proxy for betting on Taylor Swift.
Literally, yes. Yeah.
Taylor Swift derivatives.
What's Marquise
market.
Brown's number?
40.5,
What's the longest for him?
20.5,
18.5.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that seems good. The air yards king.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
could do-
right now, so Kareem Hunt, last week, both him and Pacheco, their line was both at 8.5 rush attempts. This week, Hunt is up to 11.5, and Pacheco's down to 6.5. So it has moved, rightfully so.
Pacheco, dude, 2 weeks off, legs in a better place, opens the game. Everyone gets to do Isaiah Pacheco runs like he's mad at the ground. Tweets.
The gecko gifs are pretty funny though. Still.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very funny.
Where are people taking him in the big board? I saw the ADP was ridiculous, but I assume that's fake.
I've not taken him yet, so I can't really say where he's going. I've got him ranked like 120th or something.
Okay, but wasn't his ADP like 60 or 70?
Well, I think ADP was just like Hayden and Josh like discoursing back and forth in the office, so it changed pretty quick.
Did Mahomes really have 11 attempts last week?
Kneel downs count, remember?
Yeah. Then why did someone post in the Swolecast channel, thanks, Davis? I thought they were being sarcastic.
Because they all moved him to like 40.5 rushing yards and 12.5 rushes or something.
I thought it was like 9.5 rushes. Maybe they were serious. I'm gonna go check.
Maybe they were serious. I don't know.
I think they were serious. They had to have been.
My new favorite.
Yeah, because it's 10 plus. That guy won 325. He was actually serious about it.
Oh, he was serious. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. Not that one that you're referencing, but my new favorite version of like tout congratulations is like you do a pick'em on a show or something and you do like these crazy sliders and it doesn't hit, but then someone just does like the straight version of it without the slide and it hits and then they tag you and thank you for the play.
Watered down, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you won.
That's big on sports betting Twitter. I've never understood anything less than parlay culture. I was bitching about this in the Deposit Kingdom the other day. It's just like I don't understand it. Pete, I didn't watch your show from yesterday, but I did love your title. If you don't thank me, I will call your work. I don't even know what it alluded to, but it's a very good title.
So what it alluded to was this guy got third in the Deposit Kingdom contest and tagged everyone on ETR as a thank you. He tagged Silva, he tagged Dink, and I go to his profile page and he's a realtor in Vancouver. And his pinned comment is like, call me, like I'll assess the value of your house. Do you need, help selling? And so I left him a voicemail at work and telling him that Silva does not give a shit about him finishing third, but he wants to join the Deposit Kingdom community. We'll welcome with open arms. So that's what that was referencing.
What do we think the odds are Silva knows what Battle Royale is?
That's what I said in the voicemail. I said, there's no way Silva even knows what the fuck a BR is. There's no way.
But they can't do the ETR rankings without Silva's insight, obviously.
B says Dropbox stands unite. Yeah.
It's
Davis not using Dropbox and I had to tell Davis, I'm going to download. He sends it in an email. I'm like, Davis, I'm going to download this. And where do you think I'm going to download it to?
I'm not doing your shit. I'm not searching something on Perplexity. I'm not putting something in Asana.
This is Dropbox. It's not DeepSeek, bro. It's not like this Chinese
program. I have been meaning to ask you, Dave, should I switch from ChatGPT to the Chinese honeypot?
I don't think you can right now. You got to have a Chinese number. Maybe they lifted that. But as of yesterday,
I thought it was like the number one app in the US App Store.
It was 2 days ago. And then yesterday, there was some sort of issue and they only limited it to registrations to Chinese.
It'd be really funny if Trump had to walk the tightrope of being like, he's like, TikTok's done a lot of good things, but this DeepSeek, not so sure. We're going to take all the Chinese apps on a case-by-case basis.
Well, they just said they were going to spend $500 million on, or $500 billion on US AI, and then everyone says this DeepSeek is better.
Dude, and poor Sam Altman, and by poor, I mean this guy's going around fundraising, all this stuff. I need $1 billion for all these chips. And then these Chinese nerds are like, no, man, we just
have you seen all the
USB drives?
The Silicon Valley memes of is it Jin Yang? Was that his name?
On the cigarette hanging out of his mouth? Yeah.
When he goes to China and just copies everything.
Pull up that because people don't know what we're referencing. I even came in blind to this conversation here. Davis, there's a Swolecast video that Zach edited.
Yeah, he just messaged me while we were on the show, and he was like, "This is so funny. I just made this just because you guys need to have it."
I was going to say, I was like, there's no way, Davis. Zach, add that to your time card so you actually get paid for it. And then send it to me, and I'll actually post it for us.
No, I told Davis, like, how do I get better thumbnails? And I was like, well, you hire someone to create a template. Oh, I can't do that.
I can. I'm not doing it. I'm Dave. You are not understanding my margins, dude. I made $790 in AdSense last.
But
month.
I'm just saying, like, a template. If someone just creates the template, then you go in and edit the template. Is what I'm saying.
There's good people on both sides of this Dropbox thing. On the one side, like using Dropbox now is just like completely insane. Like, let's just use Google Drive to share links. On the other side, Davis, it does literally take you 2 seconds. Dave and I exchange files with Swolecast stuff via Dropbox. I'm on both sides here. But
it works for large files too. I thought so. Yeah. It's just common sense, though. You know.
How are we ever going to reach our subscriber goals if we're this dysfunctional behind the scenes with our administrative work?
Dave is saying that like it's too organized is LOL for like how we're going to try to get to 10K. It's like, I just don't want this organization. Well, buddy, listen. This is how functional stuff works.
I don't want to give in to what you do, which is, Dave, your favorite thing to do is to focus on how the work gets done instead of rolling up your sleeves and doing the goddamn work.
I literally posted the video.
Dan, I need you to back me up here.
Feel similar.
I have no dog in the fight.
Do you know who uses Dropbox?
Everyone.
Are you going to say JJ?
Late Round Media. LLC.
Was that one of your first big initiatives?
No, he already had Dropbox.
No more Google Drive. We're going Dropbox.
Have you introduced any software, Dave?
He already had Dropbox, and I was just like, "You got Dropbox."
He already had Dropbox.
You got Dropbox?
It's like Dave walking into a house. They already had VHS player, man.
I was like, "Let me go reactivate my account real quick." That's how we got there.
Are you implementing any project or content management systems at Late Round QB?
Yes.
Which one?
I'm not going to tell
what do we use now, David?
Does DeepSeek explain how they get all their stuff done?
Are you worried that other fantasy football solopreneurs might duplicate your workflow?
Yes.
I still don't know what Basecamp was ever used for.
I do know what Asana. I think Asana is done to.
It was the same thing.
That's project management.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that people have messaged me and they're like, "I'm totally on your side." Like Holka, I'm totally on your side.
Shocked to hear that one.
Oh, I had a talk.
You know what though? Holka does one. Holka is actually more obsessed with you than with all these tools, but guess what? He actually uses them. He gets the workflow and then he does it, and then he works.
And he pays people for their templates. I guarantee you. He doesn't say, "How do I get this done?" And someone gives him the answer, and he's like, "Well, I'm not going to do that. How else can I get it done by myself?" And then the answer was, "Dave, can you just help me create something?" It's generally what you were getting to. So, all right. We got to land this plane, though.
Yeah, I got a heart out, guys.
Yeah, I got to go eat.
Tuttle.
Me and Kitchen are hangry.
Yeah, we're hangry. Tuttle, let people know where they can find you and what company you're repping these days.
Rotogrinders.com. We got esports.
Yep.
We got good old League of Legends running now.
Get the big game bundle this year.
Basketball projections. I have no idea if we have a big game bundle, David. Oh. I assume we do. We got all the niche sports, code? all the good main sports as well.
There you
Head
go.
on over our way.
Rotogrinders.com. Davis, I know you got some things to promote.
Yeah, I will be continuing the road to 250K after this. Stream schedule starting at 1, but I'm going to go let my dog out, play with her for a little bit because she's been in the kennel for a couple hours. And then when she is tired, I'll come in and stream some big boards.
Okay. So there's no schedule as far as like when you're doing this like every day. It's just kind of whenever you're feeling like it, you're just going to fire it up.
I'm going to stream every day, really.
Okay.
That's the issue. And I'll let you know on Twitter beforehand or in Discord.
Just catch Davis whenever. And then Pete?
Cash Patel. Cabinet or tight end?
That's a cabinet member.
That's right. That's our next FBI director, baby.
All right. Let me just say also that the late round media prospect guide is, going to be loaded, absolutely loaded with content. And I'm seeing all these testimonials from previous people that have purchased it. And you only got a few more days until the pre-order is up. That's a lie. You've got until March, but still head on over to lateround.com, purchase that draft guide, and make sure you purchase the 2025 prospect guide, because if you do not, then I have to go into the back end and do all the customer service and set you to 2025.
I just figured out what my next bid is.
Also, the show is going to be at a different time.
Oh, yeah,
next
on
week.
Monday.
We are doing it on Monday. I need to make sure I can still make that time work. I think I probably can't, so maybe there's not going to be a show next week. And then also, David, we are going to have to do Membies only tomorrow or on Thursday because I am leaving my flights on Friday morning.
Okay, well, Davis, appreciate you waiting till we're on the show to discuss this. We'll talk about this offline. We'll put a tweet up or post up on X. You can find us there at Swolecast. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks to our sponsor, IKB. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the Swole Membies. We'll see you next time here on the Swolecast, sponsored by IKB. Peace.
Peace.
Are you David Static from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live